This is a video chart presentation of Titan Medical Inc. Titan trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under ticker TMD. You can see across these last 7 months, Titan Medical's had a real nice climb from down here around 50 cents all the way up to peak out at 276. Slid back down since then, but is holding a pretty decent support level right around $1.68. And with it trading sideways now for about a month, Bollinger Bands are tightening up. 20-day moving average tucked right in there with the price per share now. Want to pay attention to this going forward this week to see if this has got a push in it to break through this and move back above $2 and try and continue this longer term uptrend. MACD did break down through zero in the early part of May, not making much of an uptrend, but ever so slightly moving back towards zero. As always, we're looking for that break of the zero mark for the MACD to move back into positive territory to show that the trend has shifted back towards bullishness. Right now, though, not in a bad position, considering the stock is kind of stuck range bound and just moving sideways. Slow stow, flattening out at 50. Again, a pretty neutral reading. Neither the bulls nor the bears can get control of momentum, as gauged by the slow stow. Pretty similar look to the money flow index. The 14 at 57, just above that benchmark point. This shows that people paying higher prices for the stock. Again, showing neutrality, though. And while the stock holds above that support point, that's not really anything to complain about with the money flow index. So we'll just look for it to try and hold over that 50 mark to continue to show some bullishness. And there's the exact same theme with the RSI, 14 right around 50. Very neutral reading, but at the same time, over the last month, it is starting to push a little bit higher. So at this time, we're going to read that as a little bit of momentum building into play. All in all, just reasons to keep an eye on this chart to see if it's going to break out. But of course, most importantly, pay attention to this bottom support level. That's a key spot for us. If it falls through that, there's not a lot of support in sight again until back down here in the area of $1.40. And closing at $1.81 on Friday, that's a pretty hefty fall, just emphasizing the importance of this support at $1.68. Now to the upside, what I see for some resistance is very close to where the stock price closed on Friday. That's essentially about $1.85, and that's going to run right through to $2 and challenging this 50-day moving average, which is right now at $1.98, which is actually not too terrible from this closing price, about a 10% upside to challenge that resistance. And if it breaks through that, I think it's got a real good chance of coming up here and facing some more resistance at 240, of course, with the top end resistance being the big dog of it all at 276. Of course, that's way up the road, adding almost $1 a share. I'm not that concerned with anything like that at this point. Right now, I'm looking forward to break out of this little short-term 1-month channel to see if we can see an increase in volume to try and blow through that $2 mark. Notice since it made those highs, volume's been slowly sliding off. As long as that support stays intact, it's pretty easy to interpret that as selling is drying up. And you can certainly notice the stock can put together much higher volume days than the 119,000 shares that were traded on Friday. And that's what we'll start looking for, is to see buying pressure come back in, because what that will do is push these momentum indicators into much more bullish positions, and it'll take that MACD and take it back over top of zero to show the overall trend shift is going back to bull mode. But of course, it all starts by making sure this support stays intact. But as it stands right now, it's a nice looking chart. There's some nice upside to it, and the idea that it can bring in bigger volume days and attract some buying attention is worth keeping this chart on radar next week to see how it performs. But as always, merely my interpretation of the TMD chart. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.